Music. We love to talk about music on arrow.net, ARROE.net. We are unplugged and totally uncut with Anna Grace from NBC's The Voice.
Great, how are you?
I'm very inspired by you. That's how I am.
Oh, thank you.
Man, when you can take an Amy Winehouse song and give it what you have through originality and through expression, oh my God, you really, really have something there.
Wow, thank you so much.
How did you find that? And more importantly, when Tony Bennett comes knocking on your door because he was inspired by Amy, what are you going to say to him?
I mean, I think because I didn't know the song when I got it, it was, immediately like, how can I make this my own? But yet, still respect the original. And so I think Kelly really helped me with that, going into rehearsal. She said, you guys are doing a little bit too much. Let's bring it back a little bit. So once I did that and I found the spots where I could shine, and I figured that out, I felt really good about it. And so that was kind of my way of making it my own. And it was really a cool song to do on the show.
Darius Rucker once told me, he says that, when you discover those songs that you're not familiar with, but a lot of people have, that cover song really is a connection maker. Do you find that when you find songs like that, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to get into somebody else's heart by something that they may already know, but it's going to be a new vision?
Oh, definitely. I love taking, songs that are either classic or very popular and, turning them a little bit to make them more me, but also staying true to the original and really connecting with people's hearts is a really big thing. So I love doing that.
Earth Day is coming up, and one of the things that Charlotte is known for with its Earth Day is bringing all nationalities together. You do Irish dance. My God, how do you keep that heart in shape?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Irish dance is definitely hard, but I love it, and I've been doing it for many, many years. So it's, outside of music, one of my favorite things to do.
Doesn't it inspire you, though, to keep the synchronicity in the band as well? Because with Irish dancing, it's so smooth, and there's a lot of practice that goes involved. But when you switch that over to music, does it not have to go through the same emotional connection?
Oh, I think it definitely has a correlation. Especially with the work ethic that you put into it. Dance, if you work hard, you improve, and it's the same thing with music. If you work hard and you take the time and you put the time in, you're going to see those improvements and you're going to see the results. So in that way, I think dance has helped me with music.
I've always been inspired. Maybe it's because I'm from the state of Montana, but a lot of the people from the northern states, the northern cities, there's a passion about not only just the performance, but a passion about life. What is it about us up there in the north that really has that?
I don't know. I mean, I live in Wisconsin, and all I can say is that everyone there is so, just like you said, passionate about life and passionate about, chasing your dreams and doing what you love. And I think that's really great to have that support from my home state, and couldn't ask for anything more. Now,
does that make you a Packers fan because you're from the state, or do you get to kind of slip away from and find yourself another team?
No, I'm definitely a Packers fan.
Yeah, you guys are lifetime. I mean, it's like, man, you're born up there, and it's like, okay, no, you're already a Packers fan. Don't even think about any other.
Yeah.
So then, let's talk the Packers for a second. Who's your favorite quarterback? Is it Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that guy's a superstar. Now, how is it that you can play into the entertainment industry then when it comes from? Because like I said, even though we're from northern towns, a lot of those cities up there are basically towns. You grow beyond that. Being on The Voice, you're growing beyond that. What is that like for you at 20 years old, that you are growing beyond the boundaries of your city?
Yeah, I think it's really cool to step outside of my comfort zone and really show myself I have a future outside of just my town. And as much as I love Wisconsin and love Milwaukee, eventually I do want to move and pursue music as a full-time career after the show is over, and I think it's really cool that this has given me that push of motivation to do that, and I'm just super excited.
And you're the leader of your worship band. For you to be up there there at the beginning when everybody's still coming in and they're kind of readjusting their lives because some people are there because they guilt trip themselves to be there. There are some that are some hardcore Christians, but you're the thing that they see before everything else falls into place.
Yeah, being a worship leader is really what brought me into music outside of my room. So it's definitely very near and dear to my heart, and I actually want to pursue Christian music when the show is over. So I love doing that. It's like my favorite thing. Everyone at my church is so supportive, and it's definitely cool to see how God works through music and works through people. So it's great.
How did you guys move through the pandemic? Did you guys get to do, because Elevation Church, we just hit the app and we could still get it. Did you guys have to create some sort of a digital connection?
Yeah, so for a while we filmed like pre-recorded services. So we would record during the week, me and like a couple other people, and then we would, post it on the Sunday morning, and then eventually we got back into in person like 50%, and now we're pretty much back to normal with precautions and everything. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
That's interesting that you talk about how you pre-recorded it, because I was listening to the podcast with Kevin Hart and Sarah Silverman, and she said she could not do a performance with cameras on her, not seeing people. What was that like for you, that you were right there being recorded, but where are the people?
Yeah, it was definitely different, and definitely not the same as in person and having people there. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you can't, you should be able to worship God wherever you are, if you're alone, if you're, in front of people. So I think I just focused on the lyrics and the words of the song and just went with it.
Where's your favorite place back home to escape to? Because when I grew up in Montana, one of my favorite places to go to, I'd go out on the haystacks and pretend that I was doing a live concert out there in front of the cattle. Have you ever performed in front of the cattle?
No, I haven't.
They just sit there. It's almost like they're booing you, but they're saying moo. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know where.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, please.
I was just going to say, I don't really know where my favorite place would be. I love, we have a lot of like national parks. I love going to those and just kind of like escaping from everything else. And yeah.
Do you ever have have you ever performed at the Wisconsin Dells and stuff like that, or is that a dream to maybe go in there and make a connection as we rebuild the entertainment live process?
Yeah, so I actually have never performed outside of my church besides the Voice stage. So that's been crazy, because I kind of went from like my little church to auditioning for the Voice. So it's been crazy and a learning experience.
That's interesting. That's interesting that you say that, because I've always been known to say, drop the four walls of the church and get out on the streets. I mean, that's exactly what you've done. You're out there in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something I didn't see happening for me. And I'm just so grateful that I've had this chance, and to have like the belief of the coaches and especially Kelly is really eye-opening and rewarding to have that. So I started in my church and went directly to the Voice. So super grateful.
So what was the transition like going from Wisconsin to California? Because, in California, I think one of the reasons why I love it so much is that you can just go out there and be you. There's nobody's judging you. Just go out there. You're an artist. We respect the artist out there.
Yeah. I had never been to California before I came out for the blind, and everyone here is so nice, and the whole voice team is great, and unfortunately we can't really go anywhere because of COVID, but what I've seen of California is just beautiful, and I love it out here.
Did you get to go up to Santa Barbara or anything like that, or is there a certain area that you wish you could have gone to, and that when you become that big star that you're going to be, that you're going to make sure that you spend some time in that area?
Yeah, I really would like to go, to Northern California and see what's going on up there. I love California. I just think it's so beautiful and just such a great state to be in. So I definitely love to go back and visit eventually.
The freakiest thing that's going to happen to you when you go to Northern California, because I got shell-shocked by it, is that everybody thinks, oh, California, sunshine, nice and warm. It's freezing in North California. We froze so much because it's just freezing up there.
Okay, I'm used to
it. So now, what is the style of music? Let's say that that after The Voice, you get that knock on the door that says, Anna Grace, we're gonna get you in to do music. What is the style of music? Do you want to stick with worship, or will you expand on that?
So I definitely want to pursue Christian music. Does that mean I'll never do a pop song? No, but that's where my heart is at right now and where I think I'm supposed to be. So, yeah, that's definitely what I want to do. Oh,
and it's so incredible, too, because, like I said before, that with Elevation Worship, they're touring the world. And it started off as just a simple little seed right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It just blows me away on the popularity of how it expands and, more importantly, how it's accepted.
Yeah, it's I love Elevation. They're, like, one of my favorites. And it's really cool to see, that growth and like what God can do in people, and like I said, in the church is just really cool and amazing to see. And so I definitely want to be a part of that, and just show people what He's done for me and how I've gotten through things because of Him and because of worship music. So yeah.
I got to tell you, you're giving me so many flashbacks of the time that I've spent with Chris Allen from Worship Band, from Elevation, because your strength in your voice and your conviction in everything that you're doing is, oh my God, I'm just having flashbacks of Chris. And look, I know where he's gone, and it's almost like I'm saying, I know where you could be going if you stay to it.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, that means a lot to me.
So what is the next journey in the way of, 20 years old, the world belongs to you basically right now. You're in the spotlight. How, first of all, do you stay focused? And number two, there's always got to be that next step of opportunity. Because in reality, Anna Grace, we are the first generation beyond COVID.
Right. Yeah, so I think after the show is over, I'm going to start, I do write, but I'm going to start recording and releasing some stuff and working with some really great people after the show. So I'm looking forward to that, and just really using this to jumpstart my career is going to be key. But everything happens like at the right time, so I'm just trusting in God and in everything else. So yep.
So do you have a website where people can go to show you some love and watch you grow?
I don't have a website, but I do have Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. So if you just look up Anna Grace Music, you should be able to find it on those platforms. Yeah.
I love it. Please come back to the show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you, Anna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You enjoy your day today, okay?
Yeah, you too.